You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you can't afford one, one may be appointed for you. So in this case, sir, I am going to release you on your own promise to appear. I'm going to order no drugs, no alcohol. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. No contact with your wife, Idrin Richmond. Do not return to her residence. And I understand there's a minor child that was involved here. No unsupervised contact with a minor child in the case. Your next court date, sir, is going to be March 18th at 1:30 p.m. for a pretrial conference in front of Judge Million. This is also the time set for your arraignment, as these are new charges. You're presumed innocent. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. You're ordered to appear for all future court dates, including the March 18th or any future court dates. If you don't appear, warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go in your absence. And if you are convicted at a trial in your absence and unable to be sentenced within 90 days because you're on warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to show up to court and make sure you get this taken care of. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're excused for today then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can I get your name?
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, something's wrong with my camera.
I can hear you. All right, sir. Can I get your name at the jail there?
This is Urdis.
Middle name Aurelio? Is that yes?
Yes.
Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you on multiple felony charges today, sir. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have counsel seated next to you for purposes of today. We're going to set some release conditions. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint. The state's recommending $200,000 in bonds. Mr. Poston, I'm familiar with the facts of the case. Anything further you'd like to add?
Your Honor, this individual isn't just trading in this material. The initial complaint also indicates that he was at least beginning to take this out of just being virtual or on the computer, but reaching out to actual individuals. And apparently he convinced this individual to send him new offensive material, thereby perpetuating the production of more of this offensive material. There is no bond condition that will adequately protect the public unless somebody plans on babysitting him 24/7, 365. The state believes this person is a threat. The state believes this person is providing a demand for an insidious industry. And therefore, the state believes that a $200,000 bond is appropriate.
All right, thank you. Mr. Patel?
Thank you, Judge. So it looks like Mr. Ruiz has absolutely no history. I don't even see any misdemeanor history. He's 23 years old. Looks like he's gainfully employed. But if the court sets conditions which restrict access to the internet, or if the court sets release conditions that Mr. Ruiz is not allowed to have contact with the protected class of victims in this case, I think those are release conditions Mr. Ruiz will be able to follow. That is the reason we are asking the court to consider release to pretrial services. But if the court is inclined to set a bond instead of doing that, given a complete lack of criminal history of any kind and his willingness to abide by other release conditions, we ask that you consider a bond close to $10,000.
All right, thank you. So I will note that the interim does not, the facts are there, but there are no named victims for the alleged charges in the case at this time. So I do believe that release to pretrial is appropriate. Sir, these are serious charges, even though I'm releasing to pretrial. No drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment is directed by pretrial, no use of any electronic devices that connect to the internet other than for your work, for employment. So that's okay. But other than that, no social media, no other electronic device that connect to the internet, and no unsupervised contact with any minors, whether friends or with family members. All right, sir. So your next court date is going to be March 11th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go, so make sure you keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, warrant can issue for arrest. Okay, you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, you're excused for today. Thank you, Mr. Ruiz. Good morning, ma'am. Can I get your name, please?
Alexandra Terry.
Ms. Terry, this is the time seeing you on charges of assault, domestic violence, criminal damage, as well as disorderly conduct. These are misdemeanors out of Tucson City Court. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. I'm going to be setting some release conditions today, ma'am. I believe on the line we have, is it Taven Lewis? Are you on the line, sir? You might have to press *6 if you want to be heard on release conditions.
Oh. Hello?
Hi, is this Mr. Lewis?
Hello?
I can.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you want to say something about your mom getting released? Mr. Lewis? You might have to press *6 to get unmute. Is he muted? Oh. I think he is muted. Oh, there you go. You can talk now.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. My apologies, dude. My apologies, Judge. I believe I cut out for a bit. Do you mind recounting the last 2 minutes? My apologies.
No, I'm going to set some release conditions for your mom here. Did you want to be heard on release? Do you want her to come back home?
Yes, ma'am. We did. Me and my sister, the other person involved. We do want contact. We do want to have contact with her. We do want to live with her, and we do continue wanting to see her. I have a few things written down if I'm allowed to read those, ma'am.
So I'm just considering release right now, not about what actually happened or, what should happen in the future for the case, but just about whether she should get released or not, or whether she can come back home.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Release back home.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, ma'am. So you heard what your son had to say. Okay. So these are serious allegations, but, family is family. So I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the next court date. No consuming any alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not commit any acts of further domestic violence. You can go home at this time. Your next court date, ma'am, is going to be March 24th at 9:30 a.m. in front of Judge Mayhew. That's in Tucson City Court. If you fail to appear for court, you're going to get paperwork, ma'am, with the address and all that and the date and everything. If you fail to appear for court, warrant can issue for your arrest. This is also the time set for your arraignment. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf and deny any allegations filed against you. So, ma'am, that means You have to show up to court, whether it's March 24th or any future court dates. If you don't show up to court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go in your absence. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and unable to be sentenced within 90 days because you're on warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to make sure you show up to court and take care of this, okay?
Yes.
Do you understand all those consequences?
Yes.
Okay, you're excused for today, Ms. Terry.
Excuse me, Judge. I do apologize. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Lewis.
Yes, ma'am. We'll see the letter come back. Who should I speak to about what will happen in the future?
You'll have to talk to the prosecutor's office, the Tucson City Prosecutor's Office.
All right. City office. And I can just go online and just look up Tucson City.
Yeah, there should be a phone number. There should be a phone number for them. You can call them.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, and she's allowed to come home, correct?
Yeah, she's allowed to go home. She'll be released later today.
Okay. Do I hang up or?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Good morning. Can I get your name, please?
Alicia Ballesteros.
Ballesteros, I'm seeing you today. I'm out of Pima County Justice Court for some misdemeanors. There's some failure to appear shoplifting, criminal trespass, as well as some new charges for domestic violence, disorderly conduct, 3 counts. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you can't afford one, one may be appointed for you. I'm going to appoint Douglas Taylor to represent you in these cases. And I'm going to order a bond of $100 on both cases. So there was a warrant originally issued in the amount of $100. So I'm just going to honor that bond of $100. It's cash or secured. If you post that bond, ma'am, no drugs, no alcohol, do not commit further acts of domestic violence, no firearms, no contact with Beatrice Godoy Rodriguez, no unsupervised contact with any minor victims. Your next court date, ma'am, is going to be tomorrow, actually, February 20th at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Steele for an arraignment. All right. If you post bond before that, it's up to you. Make sure you get to court tomorrow at Pima County Justice Court. If not, the jail will make sure you get seen that day and you'll have an attorney tomorrow. And if you don't show up to court, warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, ma'am?
Yes. But
You have a
the only thing I was doing was cooking. I wasn't doing nothing wrong.
You're all right. I can't.
Okay. All right. You can tell your attorney tomorrow, Mr. Taylor, tomorrow. All right. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm going to give you a new attorney. I'm going to give you Christian Salter instead. So you'll see Mr. Salter tomorrow. All right. Your excuse for today, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Ballesteros. Oh, are you going to? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. right, good morning, sir. Can I get your name, please?
Juan Morales.
Juan Jose Morales Jr.?
Yeah.
Okay, I think your dad is in court right now. He's just here for your support. All right, so this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you on some new charges out of Pima County Justice Court for disorderly conduct, domestic violence, 2 counts, as well as interfering with judicial proceedings, which means you've violated a prior court order about having contact with somebody. All right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint Douglas Taylor to represent you. Oh, sorry, never mind. I'm going to appoint Christian Salter to represent you. Oh. All right, so it looks like you also have a hold from Pima County Superior Court for felony matter, as well as some other justice court cases as well. All right, so in this case, sir, I am going to impose a bond of $500, cash or secured. If you post that bond and you're out on other things, do not commit any further acts of domestic violence, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, no contact with the alleged victims. Your next court date is actually going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. for a DV arraignment, and you'll meet your attorney, Mr. Salter, then. If you post bond on everything and you're out by then, if you don't show up, warrant can issue for your arrest. So make sure you keep in contact with Mr. Salter. Make sure you show up to court. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're excused for today. Thank you. El Castillo.
The one that's next is the Spanish speaker.
Do we have the interpreter on the Teams?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, thank you.
El Garcia. The sector of the was studying through his.
Good morning, sir.
Buenos
Buenos días, señor, le dice la juez.
días, Juan. Buenos días.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Can I get your name, please?
¿Me puede dar su nombre completo, por favor?
Octavio del Castillo Torres.
Octavio del Castillo Torres.
Mr. Del Castillo Torres, this is the time set for your initial appearance.
Señor del Castillo Torres, ¿está usted aquí para la comparecencia inicial?
I'm seeing you today on a charge of interfering with judicial proceedings.
El día de hoy usted está compareciendo ante mí porque tiene una acusación de interferir con el proceso judicial.
Sí.
Yes.
This is a domestic violence offense, a misdemeanor in Tucson City Court.
Y se considera un delito de violencia doméstica, es un delito menor que salió a raíz de Tucson City Court.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Usted tiene el derecho de permanecer callado. Todo lo que diga puede y será utilizado en su contra.
You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, one may be appointed for you.
Usted tiene el derecho de contratar a su propio abogado y en ciertas circunstancias se le puede asignar uno.
So today, sir, I am going to release you on your promise to appear for your next court date.
Entonces, el día de hoy, señor, usted va a quedar libre bajo palabra de honor de que se va a presentar a su próxima audiencia judicial.
No drugs, no alcohol,
Usted no debe de consumir alcohol ni sustancias ilícitas.
do not commit any acts of domestic violence,
No debe de cometer ningún acto adicional de violencia doméstica.
you have an active order of protection with Minerva del Castillo,
Usted tiene una orden de protección vigente en contra de Minerva Castillo.
so absolutely no contact with her.
Usted no debe de tener ningún tipo de contacto con ella.
Do not return to her workplace or her residence.
Usted no debe de regresar al lugar donde ella trabaja, ni tampoco al lugar donde ella vive.
And also abide by any conditions of that active order of protection.
Y usted debe de obedecer cualquier condición que se describe en la orden de protección.
Your next court date, sir, is going to be March 18th at 1:30 p.m.
Su próxima audiencia va a ser el 18 de marzo a la 1:30.
If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest.
Y si usted no comparece a esa audiencia, se puede emitir una orden.
This is also the time set for your arraignment.
Y también este es el momento para la lectura de los cargos.
You're presumed innocent. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas for you.
Usted se presume que es inocente y voy a presentar una declaración de no culpable a beneficio de usted.
You're ordered to appear for all court dates, including the March 18th.
A usted se le ordena comparecer a todas sus audiencias, incluyendo la del 18 de marzo.
Like I said earlier, if you don't appear, a warrant can issue. Trial can go without you.
Y como le dije anteriormente, si usted no se presenta a su audiencia, se puede emitir una orden para que lo vuelvan a arrestar y también se puede proceder a juicio aunque usted no esté presente.
If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and not able to be sentenced within 90 days, you can lose your right to a direct appeal.
Y si usted no se presenta en el juicio, lo hallan culpable, usted y no le pueden imponer la pena de 90 días porque no se presentó, usted pierde el derecho a apelar el caso.
So it's in your best interest to show up to court and make sure you take care of this, okay?
Señor, entonces a usted le conviene presentarse a sus audiencias y arreglar esto. ¿Está bien?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand the consequences of failing to show up to court?
¿Usted entiende las consecuencias de no presentarse a sus audiencias?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, you're excused for today. Thank you.
Muy bien, se puede retirar por el día de hoy. Gracias.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
And Your Honor, may the interpreter be excused?
Can we check with the jail to make sure there's no one else that needs an interpreter?
Yes, he was our only Spanish speaker for this morning's book.
All right, thank you, Madam Interpreter. You're excused for today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
I was talking in the courtroom down.
Good morning, sir. Can I get your name, please? All right, Mr. Abdul-Jabbar, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on County Superior Court post-indictment matters for domestic violence, aggravated harassment, and criminal trespass, 2 counts. Those are felonies. Also seeing you on some misdemeanors out of Tucson City Court for domestic violence, contempt of court, and criminal trespass. And I believe some other failures to appear misdemeanors, and drug paraphernalia. All right, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you on the felony matters. On the city court, I'm appointing the City Public Defender's Office. We'll talk about the felony matters first. Also looks like you have an adult probation hold out of Pima County as well as Maricopa County. So until you resolve those other matters, you may not get released even if I release you today. So you have those other matters you have to take care of, the adult probation for Pima County as well as Maricopa County. All right, but I'm not seeing you on those today. I'm just seeing you on these new charges. All right. I reviewed the pretrial services report. State's recommending $5,000. Mr. Poston, anything further?
State submits on the written record.
All right, thank you. Mr. Patak?
Thank you, Judge. As the court noted, Mr. Abdul-Jabbar does have a probation hold, and the new matter, the warrant on the new matter is for Class 6 felonies. I know Your Honor issued this warrant and recommended a $5,000 bond. So we're asking you to consider, given the probation hold, we're asking you to consider a $8,000 bond for time credit purposes. And we're asking for a nominal bond on the Maricopa County warrant for time credit purposes as well. And the remaining matters too, we are asking for a nominal bond for time credit purposes.
Okay, and just to be clear, I'm not actually seeing Mr. Abdul-Jabbar on the other warrants. I'm just noting that those are out there right now. Okay. So I am going to impose a bond of $5,000 on the post-indictment matter, cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. No drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed by pretrial, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with the alleged victims, not return to the incident location. Mr. Abdul-Jabbar, your next court date is going to be an arraignment on February 26th at 1:30 p.m. So that's next week. And is also ordered quashing the warrant that was previously issued. Okay. And if you don't show up to your arraignment, sir, whether that's, if you're in jail, the jail will make sure you get seen. If you postpone and you're out and your other holds are lifted, it's up to you to make sure you get to the arraignment. Okay, and on the city court matter, sir, I'm going to impose a bond of $100 because these were FTAs. That's going to be cash. If you post it and the other holds are lifted, no drugs, no alcohol. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Do not have any contact with the alleged victim. Do not return to the incident location or victim's address. If I haven't said so already, appointing the Tucson City PD's office to represent you. And your next court date for this one is going to be video review hearing on February 28th at 1:45 p.m. And again, if you're still in custody by then, the jail will make sure you get seen that day. Looks like you have some new city court matters, so I have to arraign you on those. You're presumed innocent. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. You're ordered to appear for all future court dates. If you don't appear, warrant can issue. Trial can go in your absence. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and unable to be sentenced within 90 days because you're on warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to keep in contact with your attorneys and show up to court. You understand all that, sir?
Yes.
All right. Excuse for today. Thank you. Morning. Can I get your name, please?
Arturo Nan.
A middle name, Angel?
Yes.
Morning, Mr. Anaya. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on felony charge of shoplifting, as well as some Tucson City Court matters. Looks like it's a failure to appear on a petition to revoke probation. So we'll talk about your Tucson City Court matters in a little bit, but we'll talk about the felonies first. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. We're going to set some release conditions for you, sir. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint. The state is recommending $5,000. Mr. Poston, anything further to add?
State submits in the written record, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Patak?
Thank you, Judge. Reviewing the interim, I'm going to challenge it for probable cause. All it says is that they found a suspect. It's conclusory because it says he was using an artifice with the intent to shoplift and bypassed every register. And then it says he made admissions to him concealing the items inside his backpack and knowing concealing merchandise. It doesn't make any sense, the last sentence.
I do note your argument, sir, but I do find there's probable cause that the items were put into a backpack, which would be the artifice, and bypassing every register. So I think there's PC for the shoplifting here.
Okay, Judge, then as to release conditions, we would be asking, since this is a property crime and because Mr. Anaya, and get one thing to his credits. I understand he's 6 on 6 on the scale, but given that he has a complete lack of felony criminal history, we're asking to put one more chance on pretrial services. But if you're not inclined, no more than $1,000. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I do believe that the release to pretrial is appropriate on the felony matter, sir, so I'm going to release you to pretrial on the felony case. No drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed by pretrial, no contact with the alleged victim, do not return to the incident location. Your next court date on the felony matter, Mr. Anaya, is March 11th at 1:30 p.m. That's a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go, so make sure you keep in contact with the public defender. You're ordered to appear for all future court dates, so if you don't appear, warrant can issue for your arrest. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about your city court stuff. One moment. All right, sir. So this is for the city court matters. I'm going to arraign you on the petition to revoke probation. All right, these are for shoplifting, paraphernalia, shoplifting, failure to appear, and the conditions of noncompliance, failure to attend the CSM intake, and failure to complete a substance abuse evaluation and treatment. And this was based on having been placed on probation in Tucson City Court dating 12/17/24. And the prosecutor alleged that on 12/31/24 that you committed these violations. So I'm going to enter not guilty, please, regarding these allegations to revoke probation. You're going to be in front of Judge Crenshaw in Tucson City Court for a video review hearing. The next court date you have in Tucson City Court is going to be on March 20th at 2:30. All right, so I am releasing you today, sir. So you have to make sure you show up to both the city court stuff as well as to the Superior Court felony stuff. You understand all that?
Yes.
All right, your excuse for today.
Thank you.
Frank?
Morning, can I get your name, please?
Hi, Buffoon.
Mr. Buffoon, this is the time set for your initial appearance on a felony matter, a post indictment for theft of a credit card, sort of quashing the warrant. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. I reviewed the interim complaint or not interim complaint, excuse me. I reviewed the pretrial services report. The warrant had previously issued an amount of $500. Looks like the state is also recommending $500. Mr. Poston, anything further?
State submits.
All right, thank you. Mr. Patak?
Your Honor, Frank is asking for one more chance for release to pretrial services. This is a non-violent offense. It is also, I believe, a property crime. Judge, he did admit to pretrial that he knew a warrant went out, but for some reason didn't have the date right. So for that reason, we are asking you to give him one more chance on pretrial services release, and he has assured me he will show up to court. I've written down the Superior Court's address for him. So we are asking for one more chance, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. And I will note that, Mr. Buffoon, you have a adult probation hold. I don't know if you've done that yet, but I'll note that he is.
My apologies, Judge. I did not see that we are asking for a nominal bond. That's the case.
So I am going to order a bond of $500, cash or secured, release to pretrial if posted, no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment is direct by pretrial. So, sir, you have two things going on. You have the probation as well as pretrial, so you have to report to both of them until they tell you otherwise. No contact with the alleged victim of the credit card, not return to instant location.
Well,
All right, and your next court date for this is going to be February 26th at 1:30 p.m. That's for an arraignment. If you post bond on this and the adult probation hold is lifted, then it's up to you to make sure you show up to court. If you don't, again, warrant can issue. All right, so make sure you take care of these, keep in contact with the attorney. You understand all that, sir?
Yes.
Excuse for today. Thank you.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Can I get your name, please?
Michael Andrew Carvajal.
Mr. Carbajal, I'm seeing you on multiple matters today. We have a felony matter for possession of narcotic drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. We also have a Ironwood Justice Court case for criminal damage, which is a misdemeanor. And we have a number of failures to appear out of Tucson City Court. Looks like they're all for paraphernalia, crime trespass, being at the park when it's closed. We're going to talk about the felony first. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. Setting some release conditions. Mr. Posted, the state's recommending $5,000. Is this a potentially a steps eligible defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Or anything you wanted to add, Mr. Poston?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Fatak?
Thank you, Judge. I I don't know what the new rule is, but I was told that everyone is trained and given a snap date, but I understand it's a diversion program. So the state